Hello, 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 it's Dindanmex and another game of League ranked. So today I'm about to show you low elo gold silver gameplay here, and this is ranked actually. These people were plat actually last season, so that's actually pretty surprising. So hopefully you guys are doing great. Watching these videos. I haven't posted a video in a while, but this one I played on par. OP as hell. The Garen that I usually like playing, and some of these games that I've been playing actually fairly decent. Don't actually transcribe into some wins, just because it's just really hard with certain types of builds to carry other people. But there's always a way. There's always a way. I think it might have been this one also. It's the rat. Trying to figure out here, and it's the same build. This is the good old Garen, Dark Harvest build. I've been going with it in rank because I feel very comfortable with it, and I do a lot. I can do a lot with it. And he doesn't fall off late game. He actually becomes very powerful late game. Able to turn the tides, able to kill people.
30 seconds
He gets kind of like a runaway effect on his damage. So his damage stays consistent and on par with everyone else. I haven't gone Garen yet to like really late game to see what actually he's able to offer. What he's able to actually do real late game. But it haven't changed the rune system either. I might actually try something else then.
Minions have spawned.
Now this one I'm playing with my good old buddy Xeno. There it is again. Oh, they warded that one. Xeno actually is gold also with me, I believe. I don't know if he's gold 4, gold 5. I'm gold 5 still. And sometimes I play the game as if I'm playing plat. And I'm actually not. Here they were telling me why am I helping. Alright, so what I figured out is if I stay in my lane versus a certain type of character, especially characters that poke me out, it does nothing. Like I don't gain any actual head. There's like nothing real significant ends up happening. End up actually losing more than end up losing more instead of winning. So since I'm Dark Souls, the whole entire point is to get as many as possible as quickly as possible, so I can start dishing out some damage and start making them back off of me or winning my lane. Usually, if I start up top for some reason, I don't really gain too much traction. But if I'm already behind, there's a lot that goes on with it. So here's the game plan, right? So when you're Dark Harvest Garen, you want to make sure that you gain a lot of traction. You want to snowball, the effect. Obviously, we kill them, yes you can, but early Garen doesn't really have a lot of kill potential. At least the Dark Harvest doesn't. At least the way I built them doesn't. And since I'm going demolition instead of actually trying to go damage, that means I go fighter tank is the idea. I'm not really there to like kill them up completely. It's more bruiser like, so I do enough damage to kill 1v1s, 2v1s even, because I'm tanky enough to be able to take everyone's abilities and be able to take out Squishy, as you will see here. But yeah, so the game plan is to try to get as many souls as soon as possible, and even if they push lane, nothing early game actually ends up happening. Like, they're like, oh, well, you're behind, they're gonna gank you, they're gonna do all this, but I mean, look, not to say anything, this is skull, low elo, anything really works. I think it might even still work in the higher up plat section, because some of these players were actually plat last season. So nobody's used to a Garen, you know, going through jungle first to give the jungler a huge leash, and then going to his lane, you know, after he gives the jungler a huge leash. Now, there's one or two things that can happen once Garen gives him a huge leash. We can actually end up killing the person. The jungler would be level 3. Usually they're level 2 and I'm level 1. Level 3, level 1, and I have the Q for the silence usually, and the ignite. Should be good enough to be able to kill them. But that just depends on the jungler. And the junglers are usually not that good, even when you give them a huge leash. I had a game that we won, and I'll probably be posting that one up, where the jungler was really saying that I was a troll because I went and helped him throughout the whole entire thing, but it actually ended up helping me in the long run. Mid game came around and top couldn't do shit to me anymore. There was another game too where I did the exact same thing again, and I didn't fall behind, and the guy was like, well, you're going to fall behind. I know you're going to fall behind if you just don't go and take your shit early, because your build is not the same as my build, and you don't understand the global concept of the game. So I think that everyone's so far used to meta being meta, CS being so important, that they don't sacrifice CS for certain things. If your jungler gets a huge lead early on, but your top laner is strong enough to be able to take on people 1v1 or 2v1, and you know more than likely they're not going to get a kill, then it's better to give the jungler a huge ass leash, also allowing bots to start farming. So I'm doing two things when I decide to go help out and get the souls that I need for my build. The idea is I want to make sure that the jungler gets ahead and bot stays on par at least. If they're decent, they're going to get ahead. And that's actually, you know, good. Yeah, bot that's ahead, which is the main ADC carry anyways. And then more likely up top, we're just going to be lollygagging all the fucking game. In other words, we're not really going to be doing anything, just farming up and shit like that. And yeah, if he's ahead, and it doesn't matter, because as long as I just don't die, there is no snowball effect on the top lane. No matter who it is. Because you need to get a lot of CS in order to be able to, you know, you have to be good at that. And then even then, you still have to come in. And so it just doesn't work as well for a lot of top laners. And most of these people aren't expecting that. So by the time they figure it out, it's too late. They're like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. Yeah, well, the game plan is the one that changed it. And usually I'm able to get junglers, if they allow me to follow them, to level 3 or level 4. And if that ends up happening, I have a lot of souls by that time frame. I usually have like 20 souls in under like 5 minutes. It's usually by the 4th minute or the 5th minute I have like 20 souls. And that's a lot of souls to have during that time frame. So the jungler is also level 3 or level 4. And that's very fast. That's actually a lot. So my job is to help out the jungler. Sacrifice my laning, you know, my laning a little bit, because I know they're not going to be able to take it that early anyway, as long as I just don't overcommit. Then I get my objective. My objective is to get the souls, so I can start, you know, getting some decent damage into these fights. Look at that, that's a lot of damage already, and I only had one. Look at it. And so that's why I said, like, Garen is actually really well from behind too. It doesn't matter, especially when you know with the build that you have, it's gonna happen anyways. Might as well just go all out and make sure that, you know, you do the most you can with what was gonna happen either way. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The time and the tempo of things are a lot more important than CS. So if you understand your build and you already know you're going to be behind, then why are you going to be wasting time when you could have done something else during that time frame that you were going to be losing the lane anyways? So for example, if there's a big poker like Teemo, if I stay in my lane, nothing's really going to happen. I'm actually going to be losing, and everyone else is going to stay in the same area. So if instead I end up helping jungle, I not only do I get souls, but the jungler becomes a higher level to where all of a sudden the jungler might be able to snowball. And that's actually pretty good. That's actually not bad at all. He might be able to gank early lane to either mid or top and have a successful gank just because I ended up helping that. And yes, Teemo will still get CS, but he was going to get it anyways. And that's what I want people to understand, that sometimes it is better for the top to sacrifice themselves. And I haven't seen this in the pros yet because the meta's so tight. And there's to some extent they're so afraid to try something out of the norm because it just doesn't seem like it'll work. And it's very risky gameplay. And they should give it a shot. They should actually, you know, try different things to catch their opponents off guard. Now, talking about professional, like right there, that gank was a bad gank. I already had killed him, already gained lane presence. There's no point in that. This jungler is actually not that good. And you're going to see the rest of this game. I'm sorry, jungler. I don't know who you are. Who are you? Butterfast, yeah. He's not good, man. Like, I helped him get that one leash, and then he goes bot. Like, I told him, I was like, I can actually just mirror you for a pretty long time. He didn't want to, so. He was calling me a troll in this game, too. He was saying I was behind. And I don't know if I'm actually behind. Let me see. I don't know if I'm actually behind on CS. I am behind on CS, but I just got to kill. There you have it, folks. If I'm able to kill, and like right here also, he was too far ahead. I haven't pushed through that. Doesn't do enough damage. What a bad jungler. He had so many different opportunities earlier throughout the game that, and then he go. I don't get it. I don't understand. That just pisses me off. Timing is what I said is more important. CS means nothing if your timing is way off. You can't do anything even if you have great CS. I've seen people like CS the shit out of something and like have such great CS, but then they end up losing the game anyways, and that's usually more the case just because team fights are very important. Timing on some certain things is very important. The way I see team fights is an all-out objective fight in the lower elos of just kind of giving up on everything, and it's an all or nothing thing. There are certain time frames to do something like that, but it's very rare, and that's actually why you see the pros not really engage in one, because they're trying to get certain objectives to beat out without actually having to team fight. So if you don't have to team fight and you beat your opponent, that's actually the best way of playing the game. Just because if you just continuously crush them, no team fights whatsoever, and you beat them with the map, you're more likely guaranteed to win the match than trying to make a team fight and then all of a sudden, bam, there's a mistake, someone pulls out a great shit out of their asshole, and then all of a sudden, the game gets turned in their favor. So team fighting is only good if you know for sure that you're going to be winning the fight, because obviously it'll get you some really nice gold and it'll get you ahead. Or it's going to make you come back from being behind because you haven't been able to take the objectives. So just letting you know, try to avoid team fights in ranked gameplay. I know it sounds very unorthodox, but you do not want to team fight when people don't even know, who to focus on, what the thing is. Sometimes they're like, oh, we'll focus AD, he's the one that does the most damage. Yeah, that's like a basic knowledge thing, but at the same time, if they're out of your range, you focus to the next biggest threat. And it's not even supposed to be who makes the most damage, it's who's the biggest threat. So sometimes CC is the biggest threat. You get rid of that, it becomes easy. Try going through CC to get the ADC, and then all of a sudden you notice that you just made a mistake. So that's one of the big, like, you have to understand the game at a very deep level, especially team fighting, and you gotta adjust extremely quickly to the fight. So sometimes the fight changes priority, and you have to know that you have to change priority too. Here I am trying to take more. So look, I already have 64 souls, and it's been 13 minutes, so it's not too bad. But it could be way better. I don't know if he saw me. I think he was trying to TP probably. But he was really good at popping that shield though. But yeah, so usually the game plan now every time I play ranked is help out the jungler. Just gather as many souls as possible. I knew I was going to lose lane anyways.
Killing spree.
Mirror him, get him ahead, allow him to actually... Oh, I knew, by the way, I knew he was going there. Had a feeling. There was no wards. Funny thing is that he decides to fight me, which I thought was really dumb. Now I have 72 souls. Don't see it. There it is. So, with this build, speed is important because Garen is really slow. And the idea of the Black Cleaver, the Titanic Hide, well, the Black Cleaver and the Dead Man's is the fact that I am able to move extremely quickly. And I can tank up. In fact, there was one game that if we would have won, I would have so posted this on on YouTube. Just because I did so well in that game. It was picture perfect. But some people were just really hard to carry, and I couldn't carry those people, and I couldn't get them to play as a team. Because the whole entire thing is to play as a team. If you play as individuals and the opponents are playing as a team, you're going to get knocked out all the time. There's no way you're going to be able to beat them if they play as a team. And that's what I find comical about a lot of people when they play a league. It's that some of them are not really gamers. They're not real gamers. They're just like amateurs. And they're still playing the game. I don't know what they're thinking when they're playing ranked. Maybe it's a good... We got dinosaurs out there. Maybe thinking they can do something. I don't know. This is something new that just came up to my mind. It's like, if you're going to be playing ranked, you better be a competitor. Because there's competition here.
Blue team's turret has
And a
been
lot of people
destroyed.
don't understand what competition actually is. Monster, I'm going to be promoting you yet again. Can't do anything without you. My gameplay does get better when I drink you. So. Equal for the mind. Mind. I'm surprised he never warded that thing. I think he did like maybe once or twice. Damasi, look, I'm already level 12 too. Now, funny thing is, you would think that I'd be able to get ahead, like level wise like that, if I was laning. But no. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, I try going the opposite way and usually end up being behind the level anyways. I've been doing the new stuff and I start behind anyways too, but then I catch up so quickly and then I end up surpassing them. So like either way it ends up happening, and I usually end up killing them too. So like everything, and I think the reason is because they get thrown off. They get thrown off at the fact that they were expecting a fight and then there's no one there. So it makes it seem like I don't know what I'm doing. And so they get overconfident, and then all of a sudden, holy shit, this guy actually, there was a game plan here. I called this and I knew she was playing this. Fucking Kate, man, she's just shooting the shit out of me. You gotta see some of these plays, though. Some of these plays are, oh my god, 3v left. I was going to drop that. But Blitz was coming over here.
Headshot.
There it is. That's Xeno, by the way. I told him, I was like, the thing is to try to catch that cake. I'm like, well, that's good enough. We'll hit him one time. He's just getting wailed though by that fucking cake. And then the rat is a fucking idiot rat. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't understand. So I told him, hey, let's wave clear so that way they don't have enough time to push. And that's actually what happened with wave clear. But I was like, look, if you can get Kate here, because I don't think they know we're here, if you can get Kate, then this should be good. He does get him, but then I can't click on her for some reason. Right there. And I thought that would kill her, but I don't know what happened. I don't know how she lived. I really thought that would kill her. But I was like, well, she can't survive this twice. Yeah. Man, we got the turret. And that's how it goes. That was actually good. Good little combo we got there. So it was actually not too bad. So yeah, we had we were also trying to get the other Drake, the other red Drake, but I don't know if they're able to get the right thing done here. Oh, they knew that they had to get that Drake. Wait, that's not red Drake. It's no, we got red Drake. We got the first red Drake. As you can see there, that he actually ends up running away from me because he knows he's gonna be dying. Meanwhile, I'm waiting here. Might as well get more souls. I could go mid, but they have overwhelming numbers there. And I don't trust that rat. So I'm just going to push out the lane. See if they can come to me. So that's another strategy of splitting people from the middle. Instead of actually going in there and trying to fight them and defend the turret, sometimes it's better to push the turret. Assuming your team is able to at least hold on, and that's actually what ended up happening when they're backing up now.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Killing spree.
Yeah, they can't kill the Kate yet. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad, but that was my team. That's the team that Riot decided to give me. And that's actually usually how it works out anyways. Riot usually ends up giving me like really heavy people to carry. I don't know if it's like a system that Riot has to wherever it puts you, but sometimes I get like a shit ass jungler, other times I get a shit ass mid or ADC. And usually what they've been giving me lately has been shit ADCs, trash middle, and trash junglers. Very rarely do you see a trash support, but usually when there's a trash support you can normally still win the game. Unless the opposition just has like OP support, and then you're like, oh crap, we're missing our support. And yeah, Riot has given me a few of those, And then the funny thing is that they end up blaming me for not carrying them. So I was like, oh wow, thanks. Like I am trying to carry you, but too fucking heavy. I think he's able to run away here shortly.
Killing spree.
Here, the lead got a little too close.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I could have played that a lot better than what happened there, and I could have probably won, but... God, look at that deer right there, man. I actually had no, well, I had one little piece of armor. But...
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
On this one, the thing that was hurting us the most was the jungler. The jungler was just like non-existent in most of these fights, and it was very, very aggravating. I remember that. So I started taxing him. So what ends up happening is usually if we're losing because of the jungler, then I'll just start taxing him and taking away his shit. It then forces him to either take the opponent's jungle stuff, or it forces him to go into team fights to get fed. Or push lanes, because that would be more beneficial than him just farming the fucking jungle doing nothing. So if you're one of those, and you're playing with me, the way you know that you're doing bad is I will start taking your jungle. As a tax cut. Charlie was building the same shit I was. Now the reason I went Titanic Hydra too is because I started getting ahead, like fairly quickly, so it only made sense. Plus I have the itemized CDR, so every time I get a kill, the CDR becomes pretty stupid, like insane. So that means I can normally spam that Titanic Hydra a lot faster than anyone else. This fight was pretty interesting. I took that hit for her. Still kicked me in this. That was a good team fight, by the way. That was a really good team fight. We're trying to get objective. That is how it's supposed to be done. Almost looked like we baited Echo, but Echo got both of us, then the other person went in on us, and then they let Ash just fucking just destroy them practically. And then I do damage, so my spin started doing a lot of damage. And I have Black Cleaver, so that made it even better. Ash was just able to stomp him. We got Drake. We killed their jungler. It's the perfect time to try to get that. Ash made a mistake of going back that was retarded. The fact that they didn't come and contest was just made up for it, but a good team would have came back and contested us right off the bat. That was a bad mistake on Ash. She had full health. I did not understand that part. She should have just came back and do it first and then gone bot. He missed it? I thought that was weird. Trying to defend that, that tower. I didn't want to give it away by backing. I don't know even know if I had enough gold for it, but I'm 6-0-3 already. I don't know what their team was doing. They just decided to leave all of a sudden.
Team's inhibitors respawning soon.
So if you're able to time everything, see when it's a good fight, see when it's not, see what you can kind of get away with, it usually works out better. Besides, the opposing team didn't find me too much as a threat. But they were trying to 4-man me and 3-man me, but in fights usually they try to hit me and they should have gone after me because they don't kill the Garen. I'm also level 17. Now here I think this is where the fight changes completely in our favor. We end up getting a huge gold lead right here. They killed the Kate, but once you kill that Kate, it's kind of over on the damage side besides Echo. And Echo got there late to the fight. And the rat was never in this fight, by the way. This was a 4v3 fight. That's what that was. The rat gets there late. Look at this. That Demolish is just so stupid. Demolish with the Dark Harvest? Good God. If someone had a teleport, we had this. Look at this. I was gonna leave, but I was like, oh look, I can help out this one. I barely saw it, so I should have. That's too much, man. Getting objectives gave us another 1,000 lead all of a sudden. Almost a 4,000 gold. Getting Baron and then getting a few objectives. That's a lot of money. Oh, 3 levels ahead of him, and I start from bottom to top. I helped him out first. Now it's 32 minutes in the match. And I almost have full build. I think 30 minutes you're supposed to have full build on this shit. I don't know what the thing is for the pros, but I think it's 30 minutes.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I go to push mid just because they were committed there. Once again, they don't have the rat. They had one good fight where the opposition made a mistake and they kind of, I don't know, they thought that they could do it. But Kate, man, Kate's something to play around with. Now the funny thing is that they overcommitted there. Oh, they did see me. They can't back now. Another objective. I probably killed her. I don't know how many were still up. Oh, they did see me. They saw me leave. So get more goldie, get more. I'm level 18. 34 minutes in the game. Let me see. 14. Oh, the bird is 18. 16. 14. I'm 4 levels ahead of 2 people. Holy shit. So Bird is the worst level 18 though, so. Was he doing fine? He was 3, 2. I don't understand how he's level 18 to be honest. He's 3. I guess it's the 14. The 14 assists. Does assists really give you that much XP? Damn. Here's another. This Drake is so powerful already. I mean, Ashe. Ashe is level 16, but she's already doing some fucking insane amount of damage. I'm already pretty fucking fat. Like, that's just so powerful having those 2 Drakes. And it's practically over here. I mean, they really can't do too much. Almost there. Ooh. Remember, it's the closest. Keep protecting. It's supposed to be the closest damage, closest threat. What's his name? Flashed in to kill Cake. I gotta stay. Damn it! So it's just 1 hit.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
They took down that other turret in the back. And that was a good call, by the way, to get the Baron. Now I want you to pay attention to the gold because we have more gold even though they have more kills. Kills in CS are way over exaggerated for low elo. And the rat just goes and dies, I think. We should just let it be. I stayed up here just to make sure that they don't take Baron. I have no idea what the rat was doing. I mean, maybe distracting, I don't know. Felt more like chasing. $70.6. Almost 4K above. I messed up here. It did hit, the ult hit him, so I ran out. That's how they knew where I was at. I mean, they didn't kill me yet. If I would've got in, maybe, but you don't know. And I'm actually worth a lot of gold at the moment, so yeah, best not to die. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's 38 minutes in the game. It's already getting to late game, and I have not fallen off. In fact, I've just gotten stronger, which is what you want to do when you're facing, these characters. I'm 8-0-3, 285 CS, and it's been the 38th minute. And no one else is level 18 yet either. Damn. And I'm full build, it looks like. A little bit. The rat wasn't doing anything this whole entire fight, by the way. I was trying to get him in the fucking fight, and I do end up doing it here because I have Guardian's Angel, so I should be able to die. I had no ult this whole entire time, by the way. I think until just now. No, I haven't gotten it back yet. But I trusted the rat was going to do the right thing there and ult, and he did, and that was practically game. There's nothing else they can really do. That time I had it. And then I just decided to hit it. He missed pushing it too sometimes. I didn't have to flash it, but I flashed it anyways. So there you have it, folks. Just straight up. How many souls did I have? Whoa, I had 330 souls. That's a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay, so look at that. They even had still more kills than we did. 32 to 31. But we had the objectives and we had the more gold, 78.1k. So I want you guys to understand that this is, like I said, low gold elo. I mean, but usually even on this type of elo, it doesn't really matter too much on the kill side. It's the objective side, and I just took that whole fucking lane up top, and you guys got to see the whole entire thing, and that caused them problems early game, which allows us to take the mid lane, and we never really finished the bot lane. Systematically, it should have been that way. But whatever works, works. And there were some really dumb fights there at certain times that we should not have had. And the rat wasn't available, but at the same time, he just did just enough. And so that's why I said, like, if you just don't tilt and you use them to your advantage. I was trying to bring those people in that last fight towards him to get him, kind of force him to fight it. And then, yeah, he took advantage of it because he kind of saw they were all low. And I don't know if you put the right thing on the rat. He actually didn't even put the right thing on the rat. But that evidently was still good enough because the rat is kind of broken. Ratatouille is kind of broken. So, yeah, it was a really, really intense fight. 10-0-5. So I did very, very well there. I did not die once. It was a perfect game. I was able to kind of carry it, put it on my shoulders, on my shoulders of greatness. So, and it was worth. As you saw there, the rat died there actually in the very end too. And I just continued taking objectives. I mean, I'm so tanky by the time. I think I have like almost 4k in health. Yeah, 3,799, and I didn't even put the iron one. If I put the iron one, I have 4,000 in health. That's a lot of. That's a lot of tankiness and health for the amount of damage that I still output. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Always remember to comment, like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon for notifications. That way whenever I upload another video. Big shout out to Xeno. Facebook was pretty decent as an Ashe, so good job there. Manual, you did decent also as mid. Unfortunately, our jungler was the shitty one on this game, but hey, what game doesn't have that, or else it wouldn't have been a challenge. We would have just steamrolled them over it. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys learned something about laning, the importance of CS, the importance of knowing what you can and can't do. understanding the gameplay a little bit better on a global sense. If you were able to see stuff like that and notice that, you know, it doesn't make too much of a difference early game on CS unless you are. It all depends on the type of build you're trying to go for. So for Dark Souls, I very much doubt that actually helps out too much the CS. You want to get as many souls as possible, and usually the best place to get the souls from are from the jungle, and from the little lane minions, and from getting kills. So those are the 3 top things that you should be trying to get all the time: the little large lane minions, the objectives, the jungle, and the kill. And so if you stay focused on those things, the souls add up really quickly. Your damage never falls off. In fact, it starts getting a little bit heavier as time goes on. And you start noticing huge differences, especially if you're a top laner, especially if you're Garen, that you don't fall off, and that you're able to kind of sustain in the long run of the game. And you can snowball, obviously, as you notice there, if you start picking the right times to come here, to come there, to do this, to do that. So hopefully you guys liked it. Like I said, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in this next game. So you get to see the Legendary Garen again. This is ranked. Okay, this is a ranked game. So that way if you hear people, oh, that doesn't work, this doesn't work, I'm showing you all these fucking games that actually work on it, so you can kind of understand that, hey, it does work. So, good fight, good night, bye.